Welcome into our morning drive top 5. Today we are ranking the top 5 teams in the men's basketball conference in the Big 12. I know it's early on in the season, so a little bit difficult, but we'll give you our top 5 to get started. Number 1 on my list, I'm going to go with the Kansas Jayhawks' big win over Duke. That's the most impressive win in the conference at this point of the season, so I don't know how you could not put the defending national champs at number 1. Number 2, Baylor. They've been impressive in their win so far. They look uber talented. I think it's going to be a great battle between those two teams I've mentioned already for the top of the Big 12 conference. I don't know that the rest of the conference has anything for those two. They look really good. Number 3, just 2 wins so far, but they've been impressive in both, and they also look really talented with a nice mix of young guys and veterans, and that's the Texas Longhorns. Yes, I hate to admit it, but I'm putting them number 3 in my list, or on my list. Number 4, I'm going with the Red Raiders. 3 wins for them so far. A nice win against Louisiana Tech. They look like a quality team, so I think Tech has challenged themselves a little bit with that game. We're going to find out a lot more about them next week in the Maui Invitational, but the Red Raiders I have at number 4 at this point. And number 5 on my list, I didn't have them near the top early on before the season started, but I'm going to put them there now. I think West Virginia has looked good so far. They've got a nice win over a Power 5 team in Pitt, so I'm going to put them at number 5 in my top 5 on the morning drive so far. So again, recapping mine: Kansas, Baylor, Texas, your Red Raiders, and West Virginia. That's my top 5.
All right, Jamie, here's my version of the morning drive top 5. I've got KU at number 1. How could you not? They beat 6th-ranked Duke last night, and KU came back to do that, won somewhat convincingly at the end of the day. I have Baylor at number 2. Baylor, though, has tough tasks coming up, and they'll take on Virginia. Gonzaga and Texas will play tonight. Gonzaga, the number 2 team in the country. Texas, number 11. Texas wins tonight. They certainly got to go up to 2 and maybe 1, because that would be the best win in the conference at this point in time. That's kind of how I'm ranking things. I have Texas Tech at number 4. Red Raiders, you would love for them to shoot the ball a little bit better from 3. You'd love for them to turn down the turnovers, but they have a great opportunity on Monday when they play in the Jim Maui tournament. They take on Creighton. Creighton is number 9 in the country. If they win that game, they'll face Arkansas. And if Texas Tech were to win 2 or 3 games next week, you certainly would have to elevate them up as well. And then TCU. I have TCU at number 5. How could you not? I mean, I know they lost the other night. They didn't have Mike Miles, but I still think TCU is a very talented team and deserves to be in the top 5. That's my morning drive top 5, and that's how I see it. And I say it the way I see it. I'm Chuck Heinz.